Hello, my name is Jessica and you're watching a series of practice along videos, and those videos are about flexibility and flexibility techniques. We will work in those practice along videos in short sequences into our flexibility in an active and passive way. Flexibility is not only passive stretching, it's also working actively with our muscles. Why we want in general flexibility in our body is because the flexibility is crucial for our natural range of motion. So our natural range of motion in our joints. To keep our joints in a healthy state of manner and to keep the connective tissue around those joints, which is also muscles. Muscles are connective tissue. We need to elongate our muscles and keep our muscles flexible. Because when the muscles are tightening and the connective tissue is tightening, this also will decrease the ability to move our joints in a natural range, right? So for us humans, it is crucial to actually work into the flexibility on a constant level, I would say. And those videos help you to work into your flexibility, whether you are a yogi or not. For those videos, you don't need to be a yogi. But if you, for example, are working explicitly on splits and you really want to deepen your splits practice, you can, of course, use those videos to go further into your flexibility, into your stretching, or use those flexibility videos to warm up yourself and prepping yourself before going into any splits practice. You will need different props for the videos. 2 blocks I recommend. We use those blocks as resistant help and a strap. It could be also for a strap, it could be also a belt or bathrobe belt or something like this, but I highly recommend to invest in blocks if you are interested in working into your flexibility. Said this, let's get started. Meet you on the mat. Today you will need 2 blocks and a strap and maybe a blanket where you can sit on when in a forward fold. Let's get started. Meet me in staff pose. Today we will work into the elongation and flexibility of our hamstrings. Through PNF technique, we use the props for a resistance where the PNF technique comes in effect. Take your block. We start with 1 block. Put your block behind your feet. Push your feet into the block. Maybe you like to walk your sit bones backward. And then grab the block and push the block into your feet. Notice how this fires up your hamstrings, your hamstring muscles. Push your feet into the block and hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release for a moment. Release all the contraction of your muscles. We do this active stretching technique with then folding into a passive stretch for 2 times more. Grab your block, push your feet into the block, push the block into the feet, fire up your hamstrings and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release for a moment, fold. We try to be passive in your muscles. Release all the contraction. Once more, grab your block, push your feet into the block and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release, fully release for a moment. Release all the tension, all the contraction in your muscles. We hold this passively. We hold the stretch now passively. We fired up our hamstrings through a resistant into a prop. This is PNF technique.
It comes from therapy, and it actually was a partner stretching technique where the therapist is putting some resistance and some push into your body to target the areas which needs to be stretched. And it actually came also through therapy, or the therapy was for people who maybe have some past injury, and the natural range of motion was decreased. So we now also have this in body movement practices as we use props for our practice. Walk your hands backwards, release for a moment, and then we do this again with 2 blocks. Grab your blocks, push your feet into the block. Notice how this is a little bit more challenging. And then hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release and fold. Maybe you can notice already that your fold is getting deeper. We're warming up our targeted muscles in a very efficient way through contracting our muscles for a certain amount of time. 2 times more. Grab your blocks, push your feet into the blocks and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release, fold. Release the tension. Once more. Feet into the blocks, blocks into the feet, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. Fully release for a moment. Notice how you can get deeper with every time after releasing the contraction. Walk your hands backward. And now take your strap. If you're using the 2 blocks, just wrap around the strap around the 2 blocks. And then walk your hands towards your feet. Grab the strap, both ends of the strap, and once more push your feet into the blocks and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. Maybe you like to take your blocks out, the strap away. And take a moment to fold over into Paschimottanasana, the seated forward fold. Notice the opening of your hamstrings. Really try to release all the contraction. Maybe your feet are dropping to both sides. Breathe deeply, sending calming signals to our nervous system that is safe to release and to relax. You can stay here for a few more breaths. And slowly walk your hands backward. Maybe you like to windshield the wiper your legs to both sides. I thank you for joining in today and see you for the next video.